Good morning, student. It's me, Atul Verma, Babu Banarsi Siddharth University, Lucknow. Now, today we are going to discuss about pairwise comparison visual simulation.
Yeah, you will get inside pairwise comparison, multiple criteria decision analysis, visual simulation. Let's start. Understanding priority is an important part of making good decision, even if you do not think about it consciously at the time. It makes sense you are making your choice in most cases based on the underlying priority that you have in mind. The priority is business is often to make money, but that is not always the case, or at least that is not always the guiding light for the decision you need to make. So, how do you make a decision when you are not exactly sure where your priorities lie? The paired comparison analysis model is a great way to make tough choices that have many complexities to consider. अच्छा वो बता. One of the nice thing about using the model is the fact that it actually helps you in a variety of ways. Yes, it can help you settle on your priorities as you are going through the process of making decision. However, it can also help you to compare options that really do not seem to have much in common at all. These are often some of the most difficult decisions of all, the ones that have to be made when the options at hand do not seem to be related. If that is the case for you in an upcoming decision, try putting the period comparison analysis system to work. Pairwise comparison generally is any process of comparing entities in pair to judge which of each entity is preferred or has a great amount of some quantity, property, or whether or not two entities are identical. The method of pairwise comparison is used in the scientific study of preference, attitude, voting system, social choice, public choice, requirement, engineering, and multi-agent artificial intelligence system. In psychology literature, it is often referred to as paired comparison. Prominent psychometrician L. Thurston first introduced a scientific approach to using pairwise comparison for measurement in 1927, which is he referred to as the law of comparative judgment. Thurston linked this approach to psychological theory developed by Ernest Heinrich Weber and Gustav Finker. Thurston demonstrated that the method can be used to order items along a dimension such as preference or importance using an interval type scale. Let's create a table. To use this model, you are first going to need to create a table. That table is going to be made up of all of the various options you have in front of you. List your option out on a sheet of paper and make sure you include everything you see as a viable choice moving forward. Once you have those options, you are going to use them to make up both the column and row of the table. Since you are going to be comparing these options to each other, you will need to use the same order in both the row from top to bottom and column from left to right. To make things easier, you may want to assign each of your option to a letter, making the entire table easier to read. There is a table you can make on Excel and okay. Before getting started, you will want to block out the cells that are going to compare an option to itself, as well as the cell that are duplications. For instance, you obviously only need to compare options B to option C. Once you so block out the other spot where these options meet. When completed, you should have a nicely organized table that is ready for you to make some choice and input some data. Filling it out. With your chart finished, it is now up to you to think through all of the options and insert your conclusion to the table. The idea here is that you are going to compare each option to each other options, and you are going to declare a winner in each case. Also, you are going to give the winner a score depending on how convicted you are in the fact that the chosen option is the more important one. The scoring scale that you choose is up to you, but something like a scale from 0 to 3 or 0 to 5 is appropriate. It is important to include the option to provide a 0 score, as that is the number you will use when two options are viewed as equally. To highlight how these work, let's walk through an example quickly. If you have a table with only three options, A to C, you will need to do just three comparisons. You will have to compare A to B, A to C, and B to C. Slide in the first comparison, you decided that A is significantly more important than B. So you scored the scale option. C as being you have now filled out for small table and you can look at the result. Evaluating the result. With all the cell filled in, you can total up the score to see which options come out as the most important in the table for our small and simple example. The score would be as follow. Of course, your chart is likely to be far more extensive than our basic example, but the idea is the same. Using this kind of comparison chart, you can see how various options stack up against each other in a convenient visually manner. Once you see the option in front of you and you have the chance to weigh them head to head, you may find that making your decision is not as difficult as you originally believed. It is important to remember that these tools, while helping, does not have to be the final word in your decision making. It is just a tool that you can use in the process. And the conclusion that it reaches should not allow be viewed as a conclusive decision. You need to think logical about what the table is telling you, along with trusting your own instincts and experience before making and implementing your choice. Multiple criteria decision analysis. Multiple criteria decision making MCDM or multiple criteria decision analysis MCDA is a subdiscipline of operation research that explicitly evaluate multiple conflicting criteria in decision making, both in daily life and in settings such as business, government, and medicine. Conflicting criteria are typical in evaluating option. Cost or price is usually one of the main criteria. The same the some measure of quality is typically another criterion. Is in conflict with the cost. In purchasing a car, cost, comfort, safety, and fuel economic. You may be some of the main criteria we consider. It is usually that the cheapest car in the most comfortable and the safest one. In portfolio management manager are interested in getting high return while simultaneously reduce risk. However, the stock that have the potential of bringing high return typically carry high risk of losing money in a service industry. Customer satisfaction and the cost of providing service are fundamental conflicting criteria. In their daily lives, people usually weighing multiple criteria implicitly and may be comfortable with the consequence of such decisions that are made based on only intuitions. On the other hand, when stakes are high, it is important to properly structure the problem and explicitly evaluate multiple criteria. In making the decision of whether to build a nuclear power plant or not and where to build it. They are not only very complex issues involving multiple criteria, but there are also multiple parties who are deeply affected by the consequence. Structuring complex problem well and considering multiple criteria explicitly lead to more informed and better decision. There have been important advances in this field since the start of modern in multiple criteria decision making discipline in the early 1960s. A variety of approaches and methods, many implemented by specialized decision making software, have been developed for their application in an array of disciplines, ranging from politics and business to the environment and energy. Foundation concept definitions. MCDM or MCDA are well-known acronym for multiple criteria decision making and multiple criteria decision analysis. Stanley Joant helped popularizing the acronym with his 1979 article MCDM, if not a Roman numeral, then what? Intended for a entrepreneurial audience. MCDM is concerned with structuring and solving decision and planning problem involving multiple criteria. The purpose is to support decision makers facing such problem. Typically, there does not exist a unique optimal solution for such problem, and it is necessary to use decision makers' preference to differently between solutions. Solving can be interpreted in different way. It would could correspond to choosing the best alternative from a set of available alternatives, where best can be interpreted as the most preferred alternative of a decision makers. Another interpretation of solving could be choosing a small set of good alternatives or grouping alternative into different preference set. An extreme interpretation could be to find all efficient or no dominated alternatives. The difficulty of the problem originates from the presence of more than one criterion. There is no longer a unique optimal solution to an MCDM problem that can be obtained without incorporating preference information. The concept of an optimal solution is often replaced by the set of non-dominated solution. A non-dominated solution has the property that is not possible to move away from it to any other solution without satisfying in at least one criterion. Therefore, it makes sense for the decision maker to choose a solution from the non-dominated set. Otherwise, she or he could do better in terms of some or all of the criteria and not do worse in any of them. Generally, however, the set of non-dominated solution is too large to be presented to the decision maker for the final choice. Hence, we need tools that help the decision maker focus on the preference solutions or alternatives. Normally, one has to trade off certain criteria for others. A topology. There are different classification of MCDM problem and method. A major distinction between MCDM problem is based on whether the solutions are explicitly or implicitly defined. Multiple criteria evolution problem. These problems consist of finite number of alternatives explicitly known in the beginning of the solution process. Each alternative is represented by its performance in multiple criteria. The problem may be defined as finding the best alternative for a decision maker or finding a set of good alternatives. One may also be interested in sorting or classifying alternatives Sorting refers to place alternative in a set of preference ordering classes, such as assigning credit rating to countries, and classifying referred to assigning alternatives to non-ordered set, such as diagnosing patients based on their symptoms. Some of the MCDM methods in this criteria have been studied in a comparative manner in the book by on this subject 2000. Multiple criteria design problem. Multiple object mathematical programming problems. In this problem, the alternatives are not implicitly known. An alternative solution can be found by solving a mathematical model. The number of alternatives is either infinite and not countable. When some variables are continuous, or typical very large if countable, when all variables are discrete. Whether it is an evolution problem or a design problem, preference information of DMs is required in order to differentiate between solutions. The solution method for MCDM problem are commonly classified based on the timing of preference information obtained from the DM. They are methods that require the DM preference information at the start of the process, transforming the problem into essentially a single criterion problem. These methods are said to operate by prior articulation of preference. Methods based on estimating a value function or using the concept of outranking relations, analytical hierarchy process, and some decision rule based method try to solve multiple criteria evolution problem utilizing prior articulation of preference. Similarly, there are methods developed to solve multiple criteria design problem using prior articulation of preference by constructing a value functions. Perhaps the most well known of these methods is goal programming. Once the value function is constructed, the resulting single object mathematical program is solved to obtain a preferred solution. Some methods require preference information from the DM throughout the solution process. These are referred to as interactive methods or methods that require progressive articulation of preference. These methods have been well developed for both the multiple criterion evolution. Multiple criteria design problem typically require the solution of a series of mathematical programming models in order to reveal implicitly defined solution. For these problems, a representation or approximation of efficient solution may also be of interest. This category is referred to as posterior articulation of preference, implying that DMs implement started posterior to the explicit evolution of interesting solutions. When the mathematical program model contains integer variable, the design problem becomes harder to solve. Multi-objective combinatorial optimization (MOCO) constitute a special category of such problem, posing substantial combinatorial difficulty. What is a simulation? Most industry have some sort of problem this semantic. It is not American football, it is a soccer, or vice versa. You might say Kentucky Fried Chicken, but we really means healthy chicken that is sometimes fried but also often grilled. Is it a drone, UAV, quadcopter, or all the above, and so on? These issue with terminology in 3D visualization are common and often documented here at Civil Effects. It was a year before I was sure exactly that to call this stuff. Even in the beginning of the Civil Effects podcast, I bounced around between project visualization, Provise, and then finally landed on 3D visualization. So I am personally impacted to others that have different name for what I do. Not only are they using the terminology they are most comfortable with, but they are also sometimes accurate term. While this term was dependent on the person, time and place, today I am focusing on one that is particularly interesting: visual simulation. I've heard this several times over the past few months and it has made me wonder if it is misspeak or a correct description. I am learning toward visual simulation being a term that is described what we typically call 3D visualization, but am reserving the possibility that it could mean something else. Let's break down the possibility of what visual simulation could mean. When you say visual simulation of a project, it really does not sound that out of place. Simulation is a word most often reserved for some sort of calculation involving computer computation. This could be a population simulation, traffic simulation, or even crime simulation. Usually, in algorithmic takes input data and compute a computer model based on those variables. Visualization is most completely focused on the visual side of the project. But I guess when you are rendering 3D graphics, there are complicated process taking place. In this way, you could probably technically call 3D visualization visual simulation. I would not, but I can see where it could actually be an accurate representation. Visual simulation means traffic simulation mixed with 3D visualization. Now, this is where I actually like these paras. Blending traffic simulation data, usually from something like Vesim, Cacro, or Chorism, with 3D visualization has been proven to be possible and is an aspect of visualization that Civil Effects is pursuing actively both in process and even proprietary software. To be able to tell a client or project manager that the 3D traffic they see in your virtual world is based on actual simulation. That is another level of engineering accuracy. It also solves problem of time consuming animation. The problem with these paras in 3D simulation is that all of these traffic simulation programs listed above already have some sort of visual simulation because you can graphically see the traffic simulation even if it is only represented in 2D vehicle or dots. Because of this, you would need to say something like 3D visual simulation to be more accurate, and because simulation can mean so many different things, I would probably want to throw traffic in this there somewhere just to be clear. Now we have 3D visual traffic simulation, which is getting a little wordy. Simple have a 3D visualization of traffic simulation data is more descriptive and almost a long There is no right answer, of course. If both parties understand what is being discussed, pretty much a term can be used. However, for the sake of the industry, cohesion and consistency will go a long way in helping us gain more attention and traction toward ubiquity in 3D visualization of civil engineering projects. Visual simulation is type of computer application that help user interact with certain stimuli by projection and realistic graphical representation, often in three dimension. The term is most often seen in different type of game, especially game played on a computer. A flight simulator would be one common example of a visual simulation. Despite this common use, this type of computer simulation can also be used for more particular purpose, including business training application and in the media field. Some companies have taken the concept of visual simulation to the next level, creating large-scale virtual reality devices that can be used in a number of different ways. For example, some can project a three-dimensional image of the human body or a portion of the human body. These can be done by projecting an MRI image into a three-dimensional picture, which may aid in diagnosis and treatment of a condition. In addition to the medical aspect, visual simulation can also help engineering visualize where to find certain natural resources and build certain products. The technology is already being used by oil companies as they search to tap into new fields that have been previously untouched. Further, the technology can be used to help aircraft designers build safer and more aerodynamic aircraft. Despite this advanced technology, most individuals are more familiar with visual simulation through the use of simulation games. Many of these games simply use advanced graphics to help project a two-dimensional image in a way that appears to be three-dimensional. Some may even use special goggles so that the individual can become completely immersed in the game from a visual perspective, eliminating the need of a panoramic screen. In many ways, it is a simple another version of the previously mentioned technology but used for fun and game. Thank you.